Every team, every year is an entity in itself, in that, we have a program, and the program is based on its history and what this program's produced. Each one of those teams itself was a story that began in September and ended in March. And you go through the ups and downs of a season, no matter how great the team is or how poor a team's been, there are a lot of high moments and there are a lot of low moments in a season. And it's how you navigate through them, what they learn, how they grow as people.
Your job is to make him take a dribble away. You have to stay on the jump shot. Once you've got that under control, you get out, we're going to tag your man. We're going to tag your man.
It's our third year in the Horizon League. We have a team that we think is very competitive. We've got a chance to maybe be as good as we've ever been. We play a style of ball that was very successful in the league we came in before. And been told that we can't, you can't win in the Horizon League playing up and down and pressing and shooting threes and running, which is our trademark. So we're going to find out this year, because I've got a team that I think is capable of competing for a championship, and that's how we're going to play.
Rebound, go, 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 go. Good, Black, good job. Sprint back, sprint, sprint.
So we've really worked hard on developing our culture. Going into year 3 now, we've talked about our culture a lot. We've been able to take the next step in creating a culture. I really like what I see, and I think to build that family atmosphere, it takes time, and to build that culture, I think that we've been able to establish that, and that's something we're really focused on continuing throughout the year and for years to come.
Come on, Jay!
The story of this team would be that we're winners. We don't give up. We always fight to the end.
Our story is just, we just trying to be a special team, be the best team that ever been at Oakland. We trying to win as much as we can and go deep in the tournament.
Legacy, just trying to build from where they was already at and just make it better and better. Make our name get out there even more and show everybody Oakland is not to be played with.
Where are you if the ball's over there? Right, but if the ball's over there, where are you? You guard the basket. So why do I need 2 guys at the basket? You're in the middle, you take all the middle away.
We're not where we should be in the rankings, and I feel like that's only going to add fuel to the fire. And I feel like the best way to show that is to just go and prove that we deserve it.
We're in that cycle now that, we've had a couple years that have not been as good as what we're used to. Last year, on the last day of the season, if Valpo loses and we win the championship. Valpo won and we lost. But, we made that next step to now. We went into this new league. We went from the 20th best league in the country to the 10th or 12th best league in the country. A lot of people said it's going to take some time, and in our second year, we were right there the last week of the season. We believe that we're there now, and we believe that we're on this cycle, that the next 3 or 4 years, we have a chance to be really good.
There's an entry pass in the block to Corey Petros. He'll send it back up. Kay Felder rises up and throws it down with the left hand.
Point guards at Oakland University. We had Reggie Hamilton, who led the nation in scoring. Before him, we had Jonathan Jones. We can go all the way back to one of my first point guards, Brian Gregory, who was a record-setting assist man who's now the head coach at Georgia Tech. So we have had a history of great point guards in our program. And there's a lot of rumbling and talk out there that Kay's the greatest one that's ever come through here. And he may be. He really may be. From a talent standpoint, we have a lot of NBA scouts are coming in. There's a lot of mumbling about him possibly being a first-round draft choice in a year. So from a talent standpoint, I do believe that he could end up being the greatest of all time. He's still got 2 years left to prove that, and he's still got to win a championship, because all those other great point guards have that in their back pocket, a championship ring. So when it's all said and done, and I think if you talk to Kay, that's what he's always talking about. At the media day, they said to him about, what are your goals? How many assists you want to have? He said, I have one goal, and that's to win a ring. And I think he knows for him to be, put up there as the greatest ever, he's going to have to get that ring.
High ball screen from Ralph Hill. Felder between the legs, crosses over Bobby Hain and drives and scores. What a crossover by Kay Felder.
Kay could have gone a lot of places. He's probably the most highly recruited young man that we've ever won the recruiting battle in. And the big sale that we had was that your family's going to come. It's 20 minutes. Your family's going to be able to watch every home game you play. They're going to have a say in your life. When things go bad for you, you can get home. All these people that loved you when you were at Pershing in the PSL that came up to me and said, what a steal you've got. They're going to be able to come out to the arena and see you play. And I have, you know, that point guard coach relationship. He's been given the ball. He's got to play all these minutes, and all these great things are happening to him. And so he's been able, as I said, you know, to go back and tell people that, look, you don't have to chase to Texas or California or Florida. You don't have to chase that dream. Everything you want, you can do right here.
Hats off to getting on your feet again. Hats off to getting active, to a life with less pain, and to a revolutionary total knee replacement that keeps your healthy ACL intact. It's groundbreaking technology that promises faster recovery and more natural motion for your knee. So hats off to Dr. Jeffrey DeClaire, who pioneered the XP preserving knee right here in Michigan, and to the one place that helped make it all possible, the Advanced Joint Replacement Center at Crittenden. Get better here.
Ever since we first opened our doors, we've been committed to developing relationships with the very best local farmers. Because we thought that would be a sensible way to offer our customers the best, freshest produce at the lowest possible prices. Now, 80 years later, this whole locally grown thing has gotten pretty fashionable. Whoever thought common sense would be so cool, hip, and trendy? Come see for yourself.
OU Credit Union is a proud supporter of Oakland University Athletics.
At home or on the road.
OUCU is always there.
From fans
to family,
athletes
to coaches.
OUCU is proud to support every Golden Grizzly.
So we just wanted to say,
thank you, OUCU.
Thanks.
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 Thank you, OUCU.
Visit oucreditunion.org to learn more.
30-some years ago when I got this job, we went down into the city of Detroit and we were able to get some very good players. We got a young man out of Detroit Southwestern, Perry Watson, before his college career was the high school coach at Detroit Southwestern. We got a young man named Johnny Johnson. And that started our venture down into the 3-1-3. And it was very important for us at that time when we were becoming a Division I program that we believed there's a ton of talent in the PSL. And we felt that we had to be a viable player in the recruiting of the PSL. So we've spent a lot of time down there. We have great relationships. And we got very fortunate when we got Kay, because Kay's kind of been the Pied Piper for us.
I kind of moved around. I was on 7 Mile DeQuinder to start off, then like 6 Mile Van Dyke. Then I moved back to 7 Mile and Van Dyke. Knowing the history of the PSL, you have, players that went to the NBA, overseas. It's a big basketball tradition in the city. Me joining that, playing at Persia was very special to me, and I took it. I guess I could say I ran with it. It was nothing like that Doughboy Nation. That's something special. I had a lot of fun, a lot of tough games. Every game was gonna be tough, a grinded out game, and that one unbeaten season was very special. I don't think no other Persian team has done that.
Through Kay's, 3-4 years at Pershing, I think he might have even played in the state championship game as a freshman in high school. We met all these other great players, and we tried to recruit them also.
I grew up on Detroit on the east side, 7 Mile Road.
I grew up on Orleans and 7 Mile. After a couple years, around when I was 9 or 10, I moved to 8 Mile Russell.
I started playing when I was at elementary. I actually went to elementary with Sharon, and ever since then, I just kept playing.
Went to the same elementary and middle school, and then high school, and now college. So, it was good. Me and Martez, we from the same neighborhood, so, it clicked right away.
I never knew that I was gonna be actually playing at every school that we went to together. I never knew that.
I met Kay probably around middle school, and Kay was a fierce player like he is now, jumping everywhere. You know, you're really athletic. So, you know, Kay was always the same as Martez too, a very good competitor.
I played with him in high school. I loved him, and I wanted to bring that winning atmosphere back that we had in high school to college. So once I found out they was looking to transfer, I called him right away, and I told Campy, like, we got to get him here.
Yeah, he was doing some special things, you know. Kay, one of my good friends, so, you know, he my brother, so, you know, I always kept up with him, kept up with Martez and what they was doing at Texas and what he was doing here at Oakland. He just told me we can do something special here, and I believe him because, you know, I'm playing with a dude that I already know. I know what he's about, he know what I'm about, so, you know, it's easy, you know, it just clicked very well.
Wherever we was at, we was still best friends. We still like that to this day. He knew I got to work wherever I was at, and where he was at, I knew he had to work. So that was our main thing. And just me coming here now was just it's a privilege to have another chance to get back out there and play with the two guys I've been playing basketball with basically my whole life.
So basketball is what keep everybody together. Like, no matter the situation, basketball is what will keep everybody together, and everybody just come together and just, you know, be a family at once.
Yeah, that's special. That's special playing with, like I said, especially them two guys that's gonna push me to somewhere I feel like I can't even go or get. So that is something special.
They're my brothers, not just teammates that I played with in high school.
What happens when you don't hire the right property management firm? Well, you start doing all the work yourself, which burns you out, which makes you sleepy. So you fall asleep at your son's baseball game, making you completely unaware of the fact that you should duck right about now. So now your head hurts, your son is embarrassed, and you're on your way to the hospital to swap your baseball cap and hot dog for a drafty gown and green Jell-O. Don't end up in a drafty gown eating green Jell-O. Aspect Properties, residential, commercial, property management. AspectProperties.com.
Honey, what are you doing? I thought you were getting your hair cut at Great Clips.
I am. Already checked in.
How?
Their sweet online check-in app. Why wait around there for a haircut when I can work on my body here? Ooh, I got a few more minutes. And pump it and squeeze it. Ooh, smile at me.
Introducing the online check-in app from Great Clips. No more waiting around, because now we'll be waiting for you. Great Clips, it's gonna be great.
Ever since we first opened our doors, we've been committed to developing relationships with the very best local farmers. Because we thought that would be a sensible way to offer our customers the best, freshest produce at the lowest possible prices. Now, 80 years later, this whole locally grown thing has gotten pretty fashionable. Whoever thought common sense would be so cool, hip, and trendy? Come see for yourself.
Kay's a special player, unbelievable player, one of the best players in the country. Taylor, you know, for her to come to Oakland, I think her first step is she has to have a goal of being the freshman of the year in our conference. And if she starts having those rewards, not just individually, but more importantly as a team, then those are the type of things that's going to bring recognition for our program and help us attract more people from the city to come to Oakland University, where Kay has had great individual success. He's had team success, and now he's ready to take that program to the next level as he gets older. And I think Taylor, you know, is going to be able to do the same thing. You know, we want her to have some individual success, but we want her to lead our team to some great things too, which Kay's doing with the men's team right now.
I actually grew up on 8 Mile, and then once my parents divorced, I moved to 6 Mile in Livernois.
Taylor grew up in Detroit and went to Mercy High School, and had some great success in the program at Mercy High School. But, you know, the one thing is everybody in the city knows Taylor Jones.
I've been playing since I was a little girl. I have 2 older brothers, and they both played, so I pretty much decided that by the time I was old enough to walk, that was something I wanted to partake in as well. Honestly, I feel like playing with the boys, it just helped me because it helped me to become a lot tougher physically and mentally.
It's nice to have a player that's from the city, went to a school like Mercy, And being known by so many people, I think that's just going to make things for us down the road, from getting fans in the stands to recruits and everything else, is just going to make it a great transition for us and having her here in our program. People always say Oakland's a hidden gem, you know, and at some point you have to realize that we're not hidden anymore. You know, we want to be a gem. We don't want to be a hidden gem. And I think when people come on our campus, they don't realize how much has gone into this campus, how many new buildings have gone up in the past few years, the things that are going on this campus. And once people get here and see what we have to offer, I think they're amazed.
I was so gun-ho about going out of state. Like, I felt there was nothing left for me here in Michigan other than my family, but I just wanted to go far.
That's it. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. That's it. Good, Black.
It was actually never into consideration. What really caught my attention here was the coaching staff as well as the team. And once I came on my official visit, I basically fell in love with the school. I feel like I'll be more successful in a smaller environment. Being in big classrooms didn't really sit well with me. I wanted to have that one-on-one communication with the professor, and I wanted to be able to go up to them and them knowing my name. When I came here, I felt like I was able to be myself. Like, the first day, I can only say I was nervous, but after that, like, all my butterflies and whatnot went away. Like, I absolutely love my team. I think of them as my second family. I'm very outgoing. One thing my coach said is that I bring a lot of energy and enthusiasm to the team.
Number one, she's a winner. I mean, she wins at everything she does. She's a competitor. It doesn't matter what you're doing, if you're playing a board game, if you're playing basketball, whatever it is, she's willing to compete and she wants to win. And that's the number one thing that she brings to our program, is she's had success every stage of her career and she wants to win. And I think the second thing is she has a personality that's contagious. I mean, every time you see her, she's got a smile on her face. She does what she's supposed to do. She's extremely coachable, and you know, she played for an outstanding high school coach, which helps as well. So she knows the game. She has a good feel for the game, and you know, the most important thing is she wants to learn the game. She's always watching film. She's always getting in extra work, and she's committed to making herself a great player. And when she made the commitment to come to Oakland, she didn't make the commitment just to come here. She came here to make a difference and to change the program and take it to the next level. And I think that says a lot about her character as well.
Listen to me. When we go 23, I haven't gone over this. If the ball goes out of bounds, baseline, we're automatically man, okay? We're in 23 unless it's baseline out of bounds, okay?
It's important for us to establish ourselves as, when people in this area, we want their first choice to be Oakland University. We got to make sure that people don't leave the state, they don't leave to go to other programs, and that local kids stay local. You know, it's a lot easier with local kids because, you know, if they have a tough day, they can still go home for a home-cooked meal. If they want to stay away from home, they're still far enough away where they can stay here as well. So, you know, it's important for us to have someone like Taylor Jones be successful, you know, for her to go back and represent the city here at Oakland. And her success is going to lead to other people wanting to be a part of that, and it's going to make sure that the people don't leave this area, and their first choice is to come to Oakland University.
I know where home is, and Oakland is my home.
Hey, Ralph Punzel.
Oh, hey, Ronnie.
Where are you headed?
Great Clips.
You're getting a haircut?
I checked in already. Using their online check-in.
Online check?
It saves you time.
You're getting a haircut.
Why? Thinking about applying to astronaut school.
That's cool.
Okay, I'll see you, Ronnie.
Next time, save time. Download the online check-in app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
OU Credit Union is a proud supporter of Oakland University Athletics.
At home or on the road,
OUCU is always there.
from fans
to family,
athletes
to coaches.
OUCU is proud to support every Golden Grizzly.
So we just wanted to say,
Thank you, OUCU.
thanks.
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 Thank you, OUCU.
Visit oucreditunion.org to learn more.
What happens when you don't hire the right property management firm? Well, you start doing all the work yourself, which burns you out, which makes you sleepy. So you fall asleep at your son's baseball game, making you completely unaware of the fact that you should duck right about now. So now your head hurts, your son is embarrassed, and you're on your way to the hospital to swap your baseball cap and hot dog for a drafty gown and green Jell-O. Don't end up in a drafty gown eating green Jell-O. Aspect Properties, residential, commercial, property management. AspectProperties.com.
4, 5,
Sharon and Martez both chased riches somewhere else, but while they were in their dorm rooms, they were watching Oakland on ESPN and seeing Kay Felder play 39 minutes. And they were seeing him be the freshman of the year in a conference. They were seeing him make all this national recognition. So they're far away, missing home, missing Detroit. They knew it was working for Kay, and Kay was like, come on and play with me. They had great success in high school. Plus their friend Percy Gibson, who Sharon was playing with at Iowa State, when Percy wanted to leave, you know, they just opened up their arms and said, we need a big man, come on.
After the end of my junior year, I was kind of like, maybe it's time for another change, you know, just because I should find somewhere that for my last year to fit my play style better. And, you know, Campy and everybody else, they started opening up, like showing me open arms, letting me know like that this was a perfect fit for me because of the way they play, especially like how they had Corey Petros last year. Like the things he did, I saw and I knew I could do those same things. While I was at Iowa State, I used to always get little pieces of information from PSL players here and there. And Kay was always one of those that came up. And, you know, just the accomplishments he had, like it definitely made it a known fact that from the PSL you can do something here. I grew up on the east side of Detroit, right off Harper, Outer Drive, that region. I was not a doughboy, absolutely not. I went to Detroit Southeastern. And I just always felt like, they go to Persian. Those are my rivals, I don't like them.
We played against them. I hated Percy in high school. We all hated like our opponents because that's what it was, you know. But once I wanted to go somewhere where I knew somebody, and Percy was that person at Iowa State. He was from Detroit, you know. He played like a big brother role, so you know he was telling me all the great things at Iowa State. And when he came here, he was telling me the same thing that Kay was saying. So you know it was a special thing. Percy my roommate, so you know we still talk trash. He got 3 Persian dudes on the same team, so we give it to him every day about our rivals in high school.
All in all, it's pretty good. You know, we always just bond, watch TV, Family Feud, anything like that, or we watch any sports, whatever is on. So you know, there's still a chemistry there. We all go out there, and you know, we have that chip on our shoulder just from being from Detroit. You know, you need to be tough, you need to do this and that, and I feel like we just carry that like wherever we go.
This year it's a unique entity because we have 6 new players. We're going to dress 11, and we have 6 that have never played a minute at Oakland. 3 transfers and 3 freshmen. And so it's a unique story that they're going to have to find this chemistry, this togetherness early if we're going to have a successful season. It's an in-state game, it's a home game, it's a must-win game. You don't play must-win games in November, but we are. This is a game about establishing our territory, establishing the turf. We need to know how good we are, and we need to wear it out on our chest. We're here to play. We're chasing greatness, and we're here to catch it.
Taken away by Kay Felder. Felder off to the races on the drive. Lays it up and in off the window. Jodan Price will come in with a soft slam.
How do they catch the ball here and go drive for a layup, right? And you got your back to the ball. We've got to get the ball stopped. Pick it up the ball, let's go.
It's off to Dorsey Walker, corner, Hooper, 4-3. Of course, Max Hooper.
2 things changed the tempo. One, we got deep into their bench. They were tired, had to go deep into their bench, and we go on, they had 9 possessions and they made 2 baskets. Pick your time to put pressure on. I do want to see pressure in the half court though. I don't want him to stand there and dribble it and let them come off screens and things like that. And don't relax, at no time relax.
Felder on the block, Gibson catch, left hand again and scores it. Percy Gibson is doing work. Walker long distance 3 is good from the right wing. Watches the clock tick down. The Golden Grizzlies come away with a 91-81 win over the Eastern Michigan Eagles.
I loved how hard we played and how you were in position to make the play, You battled on the boards. You did a lot of great things. We battled. How many possessions did it end up? So that they scored less than a point of possession. You do that, we'll win the championship going away. Less than a point of possession, you'll win the championship. Great job, guys.
Sir. Good job, boy. GM. 10 round 3. 1, 2, 3.
We got to understand that it's a marathon. And a lot of times when you have players that haven't played, you know, they get all hyped at the beginning and they come out where you're real great for the first few games, and then they hit a slide because it's, you know, it's a long season. We want to talk about getting better every day, and that's what's really important. The outcome and what happens in November and December for us is not as important as March. All right, we have to be our best in March, and it's just to win every day and get better. And that's what you have to coach, and they have to keep that. They have to streamline that and keep that in their minds that just got to get better today, and I got to get better today. And if I worry about the process, the winning will take care of itself.
Catch Oakland basketball at the Arena. For tickets to all Oakland basketball games, call 248-370-4000 or visit goldengrizzlies.com.
Hats off to getting on your feet again. Hats off to getting active, to a life with less pain, and to a revolutionary total knee replacement that keeps your healthy ACL intact. It's groundbreaking technology that promises faster recovery and more natural motion for your knee. So hats off to Dr. Jeffrey DeClaire, who pioneered the XP preserving knee right here in Michigan, and to the one place that helped make it all possible, the Advanced Joint Replacement Center at Crittenden. Get better here.